problems we run into, yeah? Okay. Let's change all that shit back then. Okay. Alright. I think the microphone might be picking up a little too much of the TV, or any of the TV is too much. Same thing, really. I need to finish piddling with this real quick. Okay, done with that. So let's actually get the game loading and bump my table some more, shall we? Yeah, we'll just pick up from the autosave it did. And I guess watch the cutscene again. At least until I'm done goofing around on my phone. I just turned my TV back up even though I definitely don't want it to get picked up by the microphone. Okay. Now I'm gonna skip the cutscene. Alright, Beretta, let's go. Oh no!
Oh!
More cutscenes.
Who goes there?
More loud
Coming with
cutscenes.
us. Nice and easy.
Don't think so. Not bad. It's over.
Who in the hell?
So I've beaten this game 4 times, technically.
Move and we shoot.
Go ahead. Enough. Enough of this. That's that. Not bad.
I'm playing it again because my sister and her boyfriend are too chicken shit to play it on hard because they think the game's hard to begin with, and it's not easy most of the time.
You got
unless
this.
you play it on easy, I guess.
Yeah, what
But
did he
they
say?
struggle with it on normal, and so I was making fun of them and decided that if they weren't going to play it on hard, then I was going to do it.
Can't get surrounded.
So here I am.
See ya.
That was literally as much thought as I put
Let's
into
go.
this. I'm opening that. I don't need it. Good, the camera's really close to Cloud, but I know there's nothing I can do about it. Click my tongue weird.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And
Why
he
does
isn't a
Biggs know
soldier
his name?
anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to work with, though.
Real joy to look at, too.
I'm done talking to you, Wedgie. I gotta go over here and listen to Barrett talk while I text people.
Guess I'm not on the same page as people.
I'd say you're not even reading the same book.
Enough. We're done here.
Or even the same...
Give it a rest.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge.
Alright. Done texting.
Get him,
So
boy!
now I can actually play this game for real.
Guess you're first. That was that. You're done. It's over. Was never in doubt.
Whoops, that's not a cutscene, so I can't skip it. They just like leave me behind, and they're like, "You'll catch up." I gotta get back rest in position. Okay. Well, I'm here.
This way.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow Barrett.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Job's a job. That was that.
Don't have enough meter built up. There we go.
You're mine. Let's go.
I should probably sound to my iPad. Is it? Okay. I'm also not talking at the fullest volume because nobody was here until I just saw your messages. But I will adjust it all the same. And that didn't help. There we go. Okay. Hi, Jill. Thank you for coming. And also, I appreciate you showing up today. A little bit further. Alright, we'll have to see how this is once I get some more sounds going. Alright, what do you think about this? No, it's fine. I spent a whole bunch of the first couple minutes dicking around because I think I'm supposed to be able to do 4K 30 frames per second with this capture card. But when I changed the settings on OBS to accommodate it, it dropped every frame for like the entire time until I changed it back. So I just decided to go with regular, whatever the system thinks it's gonna do best. But considering how much I have to share the internet with other people, I feel like that's appropriate. But I'm also skipping all the cutscenes because you just watched this, and you're the only one watching this.
Don't you worry. Biggs will have
Yeah, Biggs will have the door open as soon as I talk to him. He waits for me to talk to him. And then I skip the cutscene again, and then I fight some dudes. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Z was watching you play it, just like I was, so I also don't need the refresher on how the story goes. Well, then you play it again. Play it on hard this time, and then you'll get the true ending that doesn't exist. Like in old video games when they would do that.
Someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will.
But since you guys are here, and since you guys were both here watching me play Vanquish last time, I can tell you that Biggs is voiced by the player character from Vanquish, and you can mildly appreciate that. Oh, sweet. Beret Wallace joined my party. Oh, wait. Enemies are here. Pew, pew, pew. Hey, they're the ones who spelled his name wrong, right? I played the original one in Japanese, so I know what all the names are supposed to be. Not the bastardized versions that America got. And the rest of the world also, probably. The funny thing is that, like, I feel like I should be like, oh, here's how you play this game on hard, like it's different from normal, but it's really not.
That was easy.
No, that actually reminds me, an old Game Farcer bit. Game Informer's April issues always have like a joke section called Game Farcer, and one of them, they always make up fake reviewers for everything, or they used to, and one of them was somebody who like insisted, or who like learned their own Japanese, or like learned Japanese on their own and played games in the original Japanese, and it was something like, that's how I know that the true story of Final Fantasy VII is actually about Cloud trying to rescue his great uncle from something. It's just like absolute dog shit. I should look that one up next time I go to Nathan's house, because he still has all those. Whoops. Yeah, I'm fine, lady. Just trying to get past these lasers. Wee.
We can take this hunk of junk.
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform.
Heavy weapons platform, he says, like such a dweeb.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening. Take the lead.
Need my help, do you?
Hang back.
Hey, it's stop moving.
Let's pin it down.
Meow.
Put all you got. Now's our chance.
Focused, or not focused, whatever the stupid rocket thrust thing that Cloud has is the best.
You're done.
It is always the move you should be using whenever enemies are pressured. And then whenever you need to do actual damage, you use triple slash. It's just the best. Cloud's the best. After Tifa. So he's like fourth best. Out of all the characters you get to play in this game, but still, the best.
Brace yourself.
Smack. That was a real cool cutscene for that thing starting to blow up.
First. Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank.
Cloud is just staring at Barrett the entire time I'm doing this.
This rank could be
Just mean mugging him.
Guess that makes you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Jesse's so slow. No, I don't want to watch this. Let me climb down ladders. Oh, God. Okay, they moved me. Get out of the way.
Scared, huh?
Like excited.
I've been dreaming about this for years.
End in sight over here by all these floating parrot things.
Keep it
Ain't no thing. Bring it home.
Oh yeah, once you guys were both here, I was gonna mention that you can only play hard after beating the game on normal. So I had to rebeat the game on normal to be able to do this without using my completed file where everyone's already at max level. That being said, that is why everyone already has good stats.
Not bad.
I should actually check my materia before I go in there. Revival. You should have lightning here. Yeah, it's technically New Game Plus, but like when you get to the end of the game, you unlock the ability to jump to any chapter on any difficulty, and that's the only way to play hard. Is you just have to select whatever chapter you want to play on and set it to hard. I don't need this. You need cure of some kind. Take this cure. Clown should probably have. Nah, Beret can just be the only one with lightning.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh man, I gotta wait for this cutscene to be over, but I don't. Oh yeah, on a hard you can only set it to 20 minutes. You don't actually get to choose what time to set the timer for. Good stuff.
How the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plated, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Wing. Whoa, wrong move. I set Barrett's materia wrong-ish.
We barely scratched the damn thing.
Didn't I tell you to use magic?
You shut up, Cloud, right?
Think whatever you want. Just do it.
I forgot, I meant to set Barrett's lightning and elemental combo to his weapon,
Keep it up.
but I did not. This is probably actually a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, he got grabbed anyway. What I want is lifesaver then.
Got anything you want to say? Funny way to ask for help. Shit, was just about to get you out.
I wasn't expecting you to do jack.
And thrust.
Let's do this.
And triple slush.
Say your prayer. Gotta win this one for the play.
What do you have equipped? Shiva and McGroin? Oh, Barrett doesn't have a summon equipped. Why not?
Get him.
I actually probably shouldn't have bothered summoning her now, because he's going to be harder for her to hit, but, you know, YOLO, I guess. Oh, never mind, she came back. He came back, whatever. Scorpion. Robo McGroin came back. Oh, now he's over there again. I just watched Jill do this entire fight like a month ago. Not even. And here I am acting like I've never seen it in my life.
Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
Heavenly Strike. Oh, that's right, we gotta attack this stupid ass field generator on its butt. Okay.
Bounce right off.
Nice try, dumbass. It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Okay. This is what I want to do. Immune? Well, shows what I know. Let's do one of these then. Da-da-da. He's immune to everything right now. Good to know. Great. Okay.
It wouldn't be much of a weapon if it went down easy.
Don't compliment the giant scorpion.
That's right. Okay.
If we don't change it up soon, this thing's gonna kill us both.
No, we do maximum fury. Let Cloud sit there and block like a motherfucker. I should have brought haste, but I didn't bring any time materia like a good smart boy. Oh, you turd bucket. Alright, fine. We'll have Cloud do Kira. And we'll do Steel Skin real quick. There we go. I gotta remember to give Barrett a summon, because he shouldn't not have one. Wham. Okay. You can do Focus Thrust on his butthole right now. I can do Overcharge. And then we want to do Maximum Fury. Switch to Cloud. Do another Focus Thrust. Oops. Alright.
Gotta heal up.
No, you don't, bitch.
Another barrier?
Bah. Alright. I cause bullets scatter when he's that far away.
We gonna let this thing keep pushing
Well,
us
I guess
around.
Barrett's gonna heal himself since Cloud's too busy being an idiot. No, I don't want to do that yet.
Hang back.
Oh, I thought he was done being guarded or whatever.
There! Attack it from the rear.
Aye, soldier boy. Show me what you got.
Take it from the rear, he says, like I haven't been doing that this whole time. Trying to.
Heal up and regroup.
Okay, what I gotta do is one of these. And one of these. And then switch to Barry. And Kira.
Suck on this. You think I care about a few cuts and bruises? 'Cause I don't. I'm counting on you.
That's right, okay.
Don't overdo it.
Watch and learn. Come on. We gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't think so.
Hey, I'm surprised that it actually hit him. We better heal Clyde, because he's got the revive materia, so I really shouldn't let him die. But I just kind of want to. There we go.
Take the lead.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Let's have Cloud heal right after this. Because boy howdy is he gonna need it. Or does he, no, Cloud doesn't need to heal. Cloud needs to heal Barrett is what needs to happen. But not until we get out of the way of the laser.
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
And it's cure, yeah, let's just cure Barrett, he'll be fine. And then let's have him Steel Skin right away. Oh, shit. Well, this just got a lot more fun, didn't it?
It's wide open.
Increases stagger.
snapping and boom.
Oh yeah, he's got prey. What a dumb thing for me to have on him. What was I doing with Barrett anyway?
You really gonna make me deal with this? You don't mind popping. Suck on this. Thought you soldiers would suck on this.
You be nice to that dead boy, alright? Barrett. Oh, he doesn't have enough MP for Kira. Alright, well that was a big waste of MP.
Gonna light it up. Suck on this.
Steel skin.
Hey, you really gonna
Probably
make me deal with
this.
this on my own? I ain't going down fighting a goddamn scorpion.
Hey, but you know what? Since I do have prey, I can do this.
Snapping and get your ass
That doesn't heal worth a shit.
healed up quick. Or I'm in serious shit.
Oh, I was holding the block button. That's okay. You didn't miss much. Cloud died, and he was the only one with revive materia. I just need to rearrange my materia, and I'll be fine. I need to do things like put this elemental combo up here on his weapon, and put this revive materia anywhere on Barrett's person. What does he have? Ooh, steadfast block is a good one. MP up is not so good. Alright. Okay, so he's got those, so he'll be good. Item Master, I don't need that at all. Get rid of it. Does Cloud have a steadfast block? Yes, he does. And he's got parry, which is less useful, but he's got it. Cloud should have an HP up. Where's Stiffa's? Gimme. Yeah, just do that. Okay. Whoops. Wait. Barrett has an open slot, so he's gonna take someone else's HP up. Airs. There we go. Okay. Take two. Yeah, set the timer for 20 minutes, because I don't have a choice.
How the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh? Shit. Should I be worried?
Ooh, what if I do one of these? Well, Cloud, you really fucked that one up, didn't you?
We barely scratched the damn thing.
Didn't I tell you to use magic?
Yeah, you did tell me to use magic, but then you got your ass beat instead of not doing that. Alright.
Hell yeah! You see the damage that did?
Boop-doo. Focus thrust. I don't know why I keep thinking of Final Fantasy Tactics music lately.
Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my
If
time.
he's gonna take Barrett,
Or go down in flames.
and triple slush. And again, let's have Barrett give himself some steel skin.
Deal with that.
Could keep going if I heal up.
And let's give himself a Kira. Cloud sits there and meditates on his life choices.
happen if it went down easy?
Don't compliment the
Overkill. I hope that doesn't overkill Barrett. I forgot to give Barrett a summon materia, didn't I? Not a real question. I know I did. I could see it.
It's on you.
Wham. Oh, he's just jumping around.
We don't change it up soon. This thing's gonna kill us both.
Less talking, more shooting.
It's just... Oh, wait. Doesn't mean to electricity when I do that. Anyway, okay.
Now, hit it hard and fast.
Nope, not spell. Thrust.
Just shoot. Keep it together.
Bring it home.
Let's do this.
Thrust. And increase stagger. And thrust. Hey, you get back here, you cheater. Your bar is full, mister.
Damn pain in the ass.
There we go.
Enough. Get ready.
Yeah.
Check out this shit right here.
Focus. Find a way.
Damn it, he got away from me. Not the missiles again.
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
So what do we do?
I remember the best thing, or the worst thing, I guess, about the PS1 version was the timing and spacing of the messages in combat, because it made us think that, oh my god, Cloud died again.
Now, get in there and do some damage.
I didn't know you had a tail. No, the battle messages in the PS1 version, because it made it seem like the first sentence was attack when its tail is up, and if you don't wait long enough for it to finish that thought, then you're just gonna get yourself killed. But if you haven't played the game before, you have no idea where it's or that it has any more to say even.
Gotta heal up.
No, I better save his pittance of MP. Oh no.
Then take cover already.
Oh my god, Barrett. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna let that fill up. No, I took prayer off like a smart boy. Cloud's got plenty of MP.
Now, get in there and do some damage.
There we go. Yeah, you do. You need to use some cure. Let's heal yourself first instead of Barrett, the one who can revive you. He who can revive. Did I just dodge that by curing? That's dope. Not dope is this overkill move. Okay. Let's get the Barrett syndrome. Okay. Okay. I thought that pile of rubble was gonna get in the way, and it would have been really funny.
Again and again and again.
I don't even have anything to do. I think that does like exactly half your HP.
Get in there and do some damage.
Oh. He locked his health bar. Otherwise, he probably would have been almost deader than he is now.
Oh, hell, what's it doing
air unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Murph.
Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening.
Ying.
Rain hell up.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
I know Cloud said to rain hell on it, but I think I'm gonna be better off raining cures on Barrett.
Now's our chance to do some real damage.
Beautiful golden shower of health for my beautiful boy. There we go. See, this game's not that hard on hard. I only died once. I only failed once, and Cloud died both times.
Shit, the bomb.
20 minutes until detonation.
Oh, how convenient the big scorpion robot fell out of the way as soon as the timer got started.
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Why am I watching this? I can just leave.
Where it should be covered.
Barrett
Go, go, go!
climbs fast for a guy with only one arm to put on the ladder. Can't run worth a shit though. He needs that extra arm for pumping or whatever. Ba-boom. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I killed him anyway. Yeah. Yeah. If this encourages you guys to actually try playing this game on hard, the key things are triple slash and disorder. You have to have those moves learned from whatever weapon you get them from. I think disorder's from the nail bat, and triple slash is from like the second sword you get or whatever. But third sword, because the first one gives you braver, second one gives you focus thrust. But you gotta have triple slash because it does way too much damage for some reason, and you gotta have disorder because using it switches you from operator to punisher and vice versa. Whichever one you're on, it switches you to the other while doing damage. And so it's great. You run up to enemy at full speed, use that, and then you can just continue wailing on them in punisher mode without having to spend any of your own real time switching. And it's the best. Nice hustle, Cloud. You sauntered on over to that ladder. I need these boxes. Mako shard. Oh my god, Cloud. You walk so slow. I'm hoping that nothing else, that the rest of this is very smooth sailing until I get to the Hell House, because that is a fight that is hard regardless, but like, I never had as much trouble with it as Nathan did on normal. And I just want to showcase that for my own self-satisfaction.
I've got you covered. Find us a way out of here.
But then,
What?
Don't worry, I'll be
That guy was just standing there playing with the door controls, like waiting to see if somebody would round the corner so he could shut them with the dramatic timing.
They're here. Take them down. We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need.
Hey, you're not dead yet, stupid spike with an eyeball on it. Oh no, another swooper. Oh.
Try me.
Oops, didn't have enough meter yet. There it is. Focus thrust. Staggered buttholes. And now a triple slush.
Take him down.
And an overcharge.
I've got this.
And let's do maximum fury because it goes faster than focus shot. Alright, super defended. Oh, speaking of defending, I don't know if you guys ever play like tower defense games or have any interest in tower defense games, but I'm a big tower defense game fan, as you both know, because you know me so well, and they definitely know how much I play tower defense games. But I found out that there's one on Steam that I already cannot remember the name of that's free to play and is apparently very, very good on top of being free. And now I wish I could remember what it was called. I started this bit fully intending to tell you what it was. And now I don't remember. It's got kind of a weird name. I'll double check because I just downloaded it before supper and I didn't play it. Because what kind of tower defense game fan would I be if I played the games that I talked about? I hate those shock trooper guys.
No time to celebrate.
Yeah, as soon as I get to a lengthy enough cutscene that I don't have a time limit for, I'll
Don't overdo it.
actually double check what the game was. Century Ray Cyrus.
My God. Deal with that.
Give me Century. Oops, that's not what I meant to have Barrett do. I meant to have him shoot this Century Ray up here while Cloud continues fucking around with these guys and getting his ass beat.
Get ready.
You don't look so good.
Wah.
Take care of those wolves before you
Well, good job, Cloud. You fuckhead. That guy just dodged out of the way of my attacks and said, "Nuh-uh." I don't know if you guys caught that. But he was definitely like, "Nuh-uh."
Must have missed it.
Yeah, real gamers don't play games. This is accurate. I have so many games. I buy so many games. And here I am playing a game I've already beaten 4 times. Oh, I forgot to plug in my phone. I should probably do that. Yeah. Alright.
Sir.
Bump my microphone. Alright. What's that game called now? Oh yeah, I mean to be skipping all the cutscenes. But I've tried to look up this free game that I was trying to tell people about, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm trying to do too many things at once, just like every time I play video games. Also, at least thanks for stopping by, Karamer.
Can you walk?
Hey, look at that. Completed Chapter 1 on hard difficulty. I sure did. Now it's the slow part. You got here just in time. You missed all the action. If you're even sticking around.
Those live wires, they're everywhere.
See ya, dude. Well, while I wait for everyone to walk through here before me, for a good reason, I'm sure, let me try to find that game.
Man, what is that? I've never smelled anything so foul.
Not that.
Gotta do something about that.
Oh, I'm stuck on rubble because I'm trying to look at my phone. Oh, it's called Infinitode 2. INFINITODE 2. And it's just got like geometric shapes for the tower defense turrets and shit. But apparently it's really good and it's free to play. Like, I think it's got, yeah. That's what I thought it was too when I first read it. I was like, is it supposed to be about frogs and it's just like a pun? But it's not.
You can refuel
bring a little pick-me-up.
Yeah, apparently, like, it's got great reviews on Steam, and the Reddit post I saw about it was actually making fun of some guy's review, complaining about how it has all these free-to-play elements because it is also a free-to-play mobile game. But, like, you know, you just don't have to pay anything, and apparently it's very good even for free players, so it's like, why? Why you gotta be butt about it? Wee.
We'll split up and shoot for the last train home. Regroup in the freight car. Got it?
Later then.
I should find an actually scary game to try to play. One that isn't gonna make me sick like Doom VR almost did. Although actually I did try Doom VR again with different settings. Because like it by default it has you turning in like degree increments when you use the joystick to actually like change where your center is facing. And that's supposed to be a thing to help negate no, I don't want to quit playing motion sickness from VR. And so I thought I just maybe couldn't really handle first person shooters in VR. And then I tried it again the next day with it set to just regular ass turning, like a first person shooter would have naturally. And I felt like that went better, but I'm also still pretty sure that if I played it for too long of a time, I'd still get uncomfortable with it. But, you know, something I have to try again. Otherwise I got Resident Evils, and that's kind of about it, really. I actually just don't have, like, shit. Yeah. Well, it's funny, because, like, the only other... I guess I haven't really played a ton of VR games. I should just play them. Well, because me and Kiram are going to play through Resident Evil 6 starting eventually. It's, like, our big plan for this month, because we just played through 5. But then it's like, oh, well, I should play 2 again because I never played Claire's Story on 2. But it's like, well, but you just played 2. So it's like, well, that's kind of dumb. And obviously you guys were here when I tried to play Outbreak. So I'm certainly not doing that again. So, like, that leaves me with 3 and 8. And, you just played 8 and you were talking about playing 3 after 2. And it's just like, well, I don't want to step on your toes, except for here I am doing it on purpose. So maybe I do want to step on your toes. Oh, you don't? I thought you did. Oh. That one's also supposed to be short. I guess its average is closer to like 6 hours for a playthrough, and it's only got the one playthrough. Doesn't have Lonnie and Clarence. Clarence.
You're not real.
You're not really the Cloud. Shut up. You're a video game character. You don't get to call him out on it just because he has longer hair than you do. Yeah, I actually have all of them available on PS4 because I grabbed they ported Code Veronica to PS4, but it was like a straightforward port of the GameCube port, which was already just like an up-resed port and not very... Like, I mean, it was a fine port, but it didn't do anything. It wasn't like a remake. And Code Veronica is the only one... up through, it's the only not numbered, it's the only, how do I phrase it, it's the only mainline one that I haven't beaten yet, besides 8, which is also newer.
Man, what a mess.
The reactor.
Right, so I don't think I'm forgetting any other ones that had weird titles in the middle there. Yeah. I like the Resident Evil games. I don't really know why. I feel like I shouldn't like them on paper. Maybe it's because I'm a big coward. And that's why I feel like I shouldn't like them. Yeah, that one was originally on Dreamcast. Can I just go that way anyway? Yeah, Code Veronica was on Dreamcast, and that was part of why I didn't play it for... I mean, that was one of the reasons I didn't play it forever, because we didn't get it until... I think it was after I graduated high school. But then, like I never grabbed the game. I think I had the GameCube remake, but I never got around to playing it because like I sat there and I played 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 on GameCube first, and by then I was like, oh, you know what? That's enough Resident Evil for me. I am used to it. I don't think I said this when I was watching you play, but they ported the first one to the DS, and I had it, of course, because, you know, when I was in high school, that sounds exactly like the kind of thing I would buy. And it was like a straight port, well, it was a port of the PS1 version, so it was really ugly and bad. But I played the Christ out of that one. Like, I probably played it through like 6 or 7 times. And, I forget where to go. I wasn't paying attention. Where do I go? Oh, neither of these routes, I guess. Back this way then. And so I'm just kind of used to it, I guess. Like, yeah, it sucks. I'm definitely not trying to say that it doesn't suck dick. But, like, I can just be like, yeah, I love it. Like, it's terrible, but, like, please, more. I would love to have a new Resident Evil that's just as much of a pain in the ass. And that's actually exactly why the first thing I did when I signed up for the new PlayStation Plus was download and play the PS1 version. Because they have it on there. Like, as part of the retro games. I should play through the remake like you are, because I've only played through the remake once, and I haven't played it again since I got it on PS4. It's just about, hey, quit being not dead. But I feel like if I'm being honest here, if I'm not gonna play the remake, and if I'm going to play one that I've already beaten more recently, I'm going to play 0. Like if I'm not gonna do anything I haven't already done, it's gonna be replaying 0, because 0 is probably my favorite one. It'd be a tie between Resident Evil 0 and Revelations 1. You guys should get Revelations 1. Or at least one of you should get it. Because it's great. It's like a perfect balance of like the old games in terms of atmosphere and tension, but it plays closer to like 5 and 6, like even more so than 4, where it's got like it's a very playable game and it's fun to play. I guess is what I want to say. But it's also still like spooky. The monster designs are great and scary, especially if you're afraid of like deep sea creatures, or not afraid, but like creeped out by deep sea creatures, because they're very deep sea themed. Not really deep sea themed, the guy I'm about to describe, but like there's a guy who's basically like a huge fat guy, but one of his arms is like a giant circular saw. But he also sucks because he's a one-hit kill if he gets to you. Like he grabs you with his other hand and just cuts you in half with the chainsaw. It's dope, but it's like a big pain in the ass when you're actually playing the game. Yeah, how do I use the rooftops, kid? Okay. But yeah, that one's a really good game. The second one less so. It's still a good game. The second one, if you guys get the second one, you guys could play that local co-op for Tuesday. But it's kind of wonky because that game is set up where you always have 2 characters, and one of them has guns and the other one has some other kind of ability. So, like, one of you is going to have fun. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is the game that I mean, I think is what you're talking about. That one has co-op that you guys can play through the story together. but only one of you could actually shoot. The other of you would be a character who could do something else, like see enemies through walls, or I forget what the other one can do. What am I doing? Magic? I don't have any magic equipped. Come on, hit me.
It's over.
There.
Nothing to it.
Speaking of cure, though, I should probably do that, huh? A little bit. Yeah. I don't know, man. I love the Resident Evil games. I just wish that they... I wish that I had more of them to play, even though I haven't played all of them. Man, I just want to play Resident Evil. But I'm already playing this, and I want to beat this to shove it in your guys' faces, even though you don't actually care about this contest I made up in my head about beating this game on hard because you guys won't do it. Oh, they're dead already. Oh, that guy was all the way up on that ledge.
That's that. It's over. Anytime now.
If that grenade guy keeps throwing grenades at me, we're gonna have a problem. Alright, let's just do this and be done with the fight. I don't know why I keep not equipping like an attack spell during these moments of like the times when I have the chance. I just keep not doing it, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what, it's fine. I know that I'm. Oh shit! You get away from me with that throw clamp. All right.
Ain't dead yet. No holding back.
There we go. This is what I was looking for. And do another one. There. Okay. Now let's equip that materia. So what I don't need is prayer. What I do need is this revival with the AP up. So that's not done yet. And more materia slots is also what I need. Yes, I don't need assess. I'll just take lightning. It's fine. Oh no, they have cars that they don't fully load up. They only put 3 people despite having like room for 4 easy. And also a garbage truck full of guys. The way I like it. What am I watching this for? Check this out. Okay. I don't have enough for counter stance.
See ya. That's that.
I better just do cure out right away. The Huntsman. I forgot about him. Alright, this security officer's gotta go. And I better do one of these on the Huntsman. Oh shit, okay.
Gotta be careful.
Boy.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's try that again. Try me. It's on now.
And then now that he's stunned, let's do this. And go for this. And one of these. Got him. And triple slush. And again. He's got so little health left. Zappy, okay. Now we're back to the slow part, huh? Yeah, train time. Train o'clock.
People here.
And in the freight car, too.
Because of the evacuation order, maybe?
Lucky us. We've got a crowd to hide here. Head for the front of the train and hold there.
Reactor 1. An emergency schedule is now in effect. Your understanding and cooperation is appreciated.
Right in front of me. What do you mean it exploded?
Just wanted to be alone.
Sector 8 back to normal.
Oh my god, let me get through, you guy who looks like you're from a remake of Bully. Seriously, look at this kid in the striped shirt here. He looks like one of the kids from Bully, but like, if they made him like on late PS3, early PS4.
Hey, got a sec?
Shut up, Biggs. I don't care if you're that cool guy from Vanquish.
Help, Cloud? Please? I can't stop thinking about it. It doesn't make any
The explosion.
Why did I talk to you? I don't think I have to talk to her.
You mentioned...
Right.
No, I'm just looking... Thanks, Cloud.
Yeah, I don't read what you said. Was Barrett just standing on the other side of the door waiting for me to open it? Okay. Oh my god, talk to Beretta. No, I don't have to talk to him, do I? I have to talk to you over here by the thing. You and your stupid capris. And boots. There. There, see chapter 2 on hard. No troubles at all, probably. Meow.
That is almost home.
See, this is the best part because Barrett runs at full fucking speed. And that's the way every character should move in every game, is just full sprint. So that I don't have to wait for him. And so I don't have to talk to this other guy who's from the same guy from Bully.
Hour can't come soon enough. I can barely tell my skin from all the ash and sweat.
When I get back, it's refueling time.
And you, Jesse?
I don't know.
What does it mean, Wedge?
How I screwed up?
Ha! You're such a kidder.
Sounds like an accident to me.
I like how Tifa's bar stands out so goddamn much. This place is basically like the castle of this area. And it's a bar.
Daddy, the Mako place blew up. Everyone on TV's talking about it.
Don't you worry about all that silliness.
Can I give Barrett a haircut?
Now turn that thing off and let's get you to bed, huh? Yeah, your money.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Oh my god.
Yeah, you.
I don't want to talk to Marlene. I'm just going to scare her and then she'll leave. Which I guess is what I want.
Daddy, did the people who died all return to the planet?
Of course.
I wish I could
Before we
skip
get on to
these
murder,
parts.
There's an empty. I was thinking the landlady's.
Sure does.
Follow me then.
How was it up on the plate?
It was
When the Mako
chaotic.
reactor exploded,
Sorry for dragging you into all this.
it was crazy.
It was wrong of me
I
to
heard
put you
about
in
that on the
danger like
news.
that. I promise I won't do it again.
Dangerous part of the job.
She just shoved that dirty shirt guy out of the way
I'll try not to.
Always happy to help stick it to shit.
while walking deliberately in front of me while also watching behind her to be able to look at me-ish while she's talking.
Could, all things considered. Maybe not enough for them.
Good. You had me worried. You're not exactly a people person.
I'll give you that.
So slow.
I saw Sector
It's
8
so
on the
slow.
news. It was like a war zone.
And I wouldn't care if this was my first time playing the game.
Spread whatever lies Shinra tells us to.
So, it wasn't that bad?
It was.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I should play.
And here we are. Good old
I'll probably end up doing Resident Evil. Maybe I'll do 0 since that's got tank controls and neither one of you cares for that. That'd be a good excuse.
Don't have time for much else, what with Seventh Heaven and all. Not even time to decorate.
God, Resident Evil 0 rules. It's so good.
Don't worry.
You did?
Yes?
Can I skip this? No.
Oh,
No. And this?
that one's, know what? It's good.
Oh, sorry. Give me a cutscene I can skip, please. Thank you. Oh, no. This game looks really good, though. It does on PS4 as well.
Hey.
I'm really excited for the second one, even if I don't remember what the subtitle is. Was it Rebirth or something? Or is the third one Rebirth? I think they announced all the names. I'm also excited for the Crisis Core remake. Because I really liked Crisis Core, but I'm the only person I know who's played it. It's really weird. Because it has like action-y combat like this, but less of like the building up your turn and then doing cool attacks. It's more so like a regular third-person action game of the PS2 era, kind of a God of War type thing, or Devil May Cry, if you will. But it has this whole system where, much more straightforward. It's got this system set up where I forget what the conditions are, but like when you meet, it was the PSP prequel with Zack, yeah. Yeah, how do you like being pushed around by people? But it has this system where when you meet certain conditions in battle that I do not remember what they were, but it seems to go off all the goddamn time, is that, oh, that's weird. I mean, it's a good game, but it's weird for that to be the only one he's played. But it's got this thing where it will start spinning a slot machine in battle, and like the things it can land on are like pictures of like the mascot monsters like Cactar and Chocobo, or the characters from the game like Zack and other people that I don't want to spoil for you. It'll just give you random effects based on what pops up on the, I'm just gonna buy a potion so he isn't a dick to me. But it'll just give you like extra health or extra MP, and it can, with the MP and stuff you get from that slot machine thing, can exceed your max. So like if you're at full health and you land on something that gives you 500 health, you'll just be at, max plus 500. And it was like a really easy game for the most part, because you could just kind of constantly have way too much HP. But like getting all three of the same of like that would be how you'd use your summons in battle, is like you'd have like, I think you could have like 1 or 2 equipped at a time, and then they would just be added to the slot machine, and if you got all 3 of whoever, then it would summon them or something like that. I haven't played it since it was new. Shut up, Rita. It is a cool game.
I've got skill.
Be nice.
I am excited to play it again, but I kind of am bummed that I apparently don't have my PSP copy anymore. Because I used to have a copy that was like one of the lazier special editions. It was like a Best Buy exclusive, and it was just that the cover art was in grayscale instead of in color.
Been here a while now?
And it was like, that it was, relatively unique. And I kind of wish I had it for that exact purpose. Kind of like how I wish I still had my special Target Red Game Boy Advance. But I don't have either of those anymore. That was a weird Christmas. I got a Target-themed Game Boy Advance. Like, it was just red and it had, like, the Target logo. I think it was, like, above the screen. Like, under the, like, right around the edge where it was, like, black around the edges of the screen, where it said Game Boy Advance as well. But it also had the Target logo. and it was that bright red, which looked really sharp. But then with it, I got Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color, which is a port of the original, which sucks.
If you're serious, it's not what
Grand Theft Auto is a real mystery of a series because the first couple games are so like not fun to me, and like I don't know anybody who likes those games, the old ones, but like once they revamped it with number 3, it was like, okay, I see why this would be awesome in, you know, this kind of perspective, not when it's top down and nothing makes sense and the cars and driving sucks because you can't see what's in front of you. God, Grand Theft Auto 1 sucks. It sucks so bad. You guys should play that on stream. I have all the Grand Theft Autos on Steam because I got a bundle.
Here's Scrap Boulevard.
I can see why monsters would feel right at home.
Man.
The more we pile up, the more they show up.
Also, every once in a while, well, not every once in a while, every single time when I'm like, oh yeah, I should stream tonight, I'm always like, well, I could just stream me dicking around in Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's not as fun if I'm the only one playing. And I also don't do anything fun anyway, because I've already played that game way too much. But like, I always want to play it. I always think it's like, oh, it's great. There's so much different stuff you can do. It could be much more entertaining. But like, if I'm just dicking around on my own, that's not going to be fun to watch. Probably not fun to do either.
Get ready.
I was keeping a list of games that I thought I should stream, but all I actually have on it is Metal Gear Solid games and some VR games that probably actually wouldn't be fun, except for the fishing one. I do have the fishing one for Final Fantasy 15. That would probably be fun because fishing is stupid. Like, I like doing it in video games, but like, I have trouble believing that watching someone pretend to fish in a video game would be any kind of fun. But that's not going to stop me from trying. I'm also trying to get Kiermer, who was here earlier, to play the original Final Fantasy on stream, because he is so much younger that it would not be a fun experience for him. And I am a mean person sometimes. But I'm also debating if I should make him play the NES version that's really broken and has a bunch of problems. Or if I should let him play one of the remakes. Oh wait, can I talk to that kid yet? Yes, Charles, whatever. Actually don't have anything to talk about right now, do I? Battle Intel. Which one am I missing? Oh yeah, I have to master all the materials. What don't I have equipped then that I'm supposed to be mastering right now? Revive. Subversion is done. Healing. Definitely time. Okay, let's get that up here. There, bad ideas all around. What am I supposed to do now? I have a mini-map on. Yeah, I have also beaten every Final Fantasy. All the numbered ones except for 12 into the 13s. Technically, I didn't finish 2, but I got to a point of no return and was wildly underleveled because that game is stupid. And I know I say that a lot, but that one is really rough because you don't level up like via experience. In Final Fantasy II, your stats go up on an individual basis depending on what you're using in battle. So like if you attack a lot, your strength will go up. If you get hit a lot, your HP and your defense will go up. If you use fire magic a lot, your fire magic and your magic in like your magic power stats will go up. So like you can really specialize what you want your characters to do and be. But it sucks. Yeah, it's Elder Scrolls rules before Elder Scrolls. But it also sucks worse because it gives you a point of no return, and it's an old game where, like, you can only save at inns. And, yeah. Shut up, lady. Let me just... I don't even want to do the side quests. I might do the side quests. They're not hard.
Hey there, Tifa. Welcome. And
Yeah. So, don't play Final Fantasy 2 unless you,
them and their
which one is it?
Oh, you think
Masochist?
do you?
The one where you like being in pain? Then go ahead. Play Final Fantasy 2. I dare you. Final Fantasy 3 is also poorly aged, but it's much more playable because it's regular-ass turn-based, and it has the job system, which is nice, but it's also early enough where, like, it doesn't have a way for you to use, or it's not set up, rather, where you can use job abilities as other jobs. So, like, you know, if you can't, like, permanently learn the ability to steal and then equip steal as a secondary action as another job. It's just, like, you have to be that job, and you get better at being that job. You do more damage with its weapons, and when you, like, well, at least when you're that class, you do more damage with it when you're that class, and, like, you get better at the like your success rates for stuff like steal go up based on your job level and stuff, but it's still not very fun. Four, I mean, the rest of them are fine. Five isn't fine. 5 is less fine. It has a more revamped. It has a better revamped job system because 5 lets you learn abilities that you can equip as other jobs like that, like I just talked about, and that's nice. It also has the crossbow. So let me tell you a fun story about when I played Final Fantasy V. Hey, shut up, Weimer. Why did I come back and talk to you? Can I skip this? No. So in Final Fantasy V, you get to a part where it's like I guess it's moving into Act 2 of the game, without spoiling anything for a game you guys probably don't care about and is older than any game you're gonna bother playing. But you get to this Act 2, and, like, that's when you unlock a new set of jobs, and one of them is Hunter, where they can use bows. And what the game doesn't tell you... Am I going the right way? I wasn't listening. What did Weimer say? Oh, the factory. I'm not supposed to be over here at all. So you get bows, and what the game doesn't tell you, if I remember right, is that the crossbow weapon, if you land a critical hit with the crossbow, it is an instant kill. Like, not like drops health to 0, but like removes the enemy from battle without argument. And what the game definitely does not tell you is that it works on a lot of bosses at that part of the game, at least. So I actually had a run of like 5 bosses in a row that I beat by using crossbows. And, like, it got to a point where I just had an entire party of crossbow guys so I kept rolling the dice on getting a critical hit. Because if it hit critical, it did the instant kill. It wasn't like critical hits have a chance. It was both. And then I hit a boss that, like, I think if I remember right, either he was super resistant to physical damage or it actually didn't insta-kill him. And then I had to adjust and actually fight the boss on his terms. And that was a real bummer because I wanted to keep using the crossbows. But then I totally cheesed the last fight anyway of the game because I didn't feel like leveling up anymore because I was sick of playing the game. So I just used, what job was it? Samurai, I think. lets you throw money at your enemies, and it'll do damage proportional to how much money gets thrown, even though the amount you throw is random. But it's like a percentage of your current held money, or like within a range of percentages. So I had so much money from not buying anything because I just used those crossbows for so long that I didn't buy any good equipment for a while. And so then I got to the last boss, and I was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to have to do all this like end game shit again to fight this last boss, to try fighting this last boss again." So I just started throwing money just over and over and over again with that one guy's turn, and I beat him. But I only had 2 people left alive, Mr. Moneybags and one other character that I could not tell you who it was. Because I also, none of the characters matter in that game. Like they actually have characterization, unlike the first 3 games where it's just you have people who don't matter as your party. But like you don't care about the characters in 5 like you do in 4 or any of the other ones. I should also play 6. I should just play all of the Final Fantasies that I like. But I'm busy. God, Cloud's already level 44. The max level is 50. He's gonna be max level so soon. Get out of here, Jonathan.
Go before they wake up.
Shut up, lady. I have a bunch of weapon points. I should use those. I'll do that off camera because it's boring to watch. Oh my god, lady, you don't actually care about Johnny because he's just a dumbass.
I suppose
It's the Mako.
so. What do you
Something
want
was
to do
glitching
now?
out on her shirt. Final Fantasy Tactics rules. That is like peak job system.
Suppose I can start looking for a part-time.
Because you could learn stuff, you could have an entire job's abilities set as your secondary instead of just like whatever the secondary ability was. Because like that's how it was in 5. It was like you could set steel or white magic. And granted, white magic would be like all of the white magics. I don't blame you, but I could get into it, so I did. Why am I talking to you? I should look at my map again. That's the cats. Oh yeah. Oh, I was supposed to be out there. I just didn't find the enemy. Whatever. But with tactics, you could like, so there would be stuff like the knight class. Their whole thing was that they could break pieces of enemy armor, and equipment. So like, you could, you know, break an enemy's weapon, and then they would have to use their fists to attack, so their strength or their attack would be greatly reduced. You know, if they had a hat that prevented them from getting poisoned, you could break that hat and then poison them, and so forth. You usually wouldn't bother doing both. You would just kill them instead. But like, then, you know, if you switch class to like ninja, you could equip the knight skills as your secondary action slot, and then you could do any of those break type attacks that you you know, had learned as a knight. You know, but as a ninja, granted you wouldn't do as much damage then, but ninjas get to can equip 2 weapons, and so you would theoretically have 2 chances to break each piece of equipment or whatever. And I liked that game too. I don't know how much fun it would be to watch me stream it. Oh, I could see that. Oh, Cloud's dead. Oh, she's got Kira at least. She is almost dead. That guy missed on his own volition. He was like, you know what, I don't want to connect this attack. I want to make an ass out of myself. And he did. Yeah, no, and that's actually how I was the first time I played it too. Like I knew what it meant that it was tactics, but like, I wasn't expecting like. Here's my story with that game. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I'm not doing a good job paying attention to Cloud's needs, wants, and desires. So I'm kind of letting him die because I'm trying to be engaging as well, and I really can't handle both. But here I am trying to. So with Final Fantasy Tactics, when you start a battle, it takes you to a prep screen where you can like you have a small grid where you can set up where your units start. So you could arrange them, you know, with some kind of thought into it, like, oh, I want my magic guy to be towards the back so that he won't be as likely to get attacked right out of the gate and stuff like that. But like, you have to hit R1 and L1 to switch which character you're placing, and the game was old enough where it didn't have any like built-in tutorials. So like if you didn't notice the little tiny L1 and R1 icons in the corners, you wouldn't know, like unless you just tried pressing buttons, which most people probably did. But like I didn't, so I was like, well, I guess you just have the one character if it's not letting me place anybody else down. And so I had to like really struggle with that first fight because I was a dumbass. And then I found out later that I was a dumbass. Let's do a Kiraga on the Claude. But yeah. Now that I know better, I like the Final Fantasy Tactics. Well, I don't like all the games. I've only played the first one. I played a bit of the Advance one, but not as much. Shut up, Weimer. What were the other Final Fantasy games, like the spin-off games? I know you guys get into and out of 14 more recently. I've played a good amount of that one, but something about the MMO model does not hold my attention super well. Oh boy.
Be careful.
What if I do counter stance? Too early, okay. Damn it, of course that was the time when he was attacking. Well. Sorry, Tifa.
Still up for it?
Oh, you jerk. Oh my lord, Tifa. You are as bad as Cloud. Okay, never mind. Cloud's dead too. Yeah, I don't know. I've also never tried 12. That's not true. I started it like once because Ryan was big into it. And at the, I don't know, I just at the time I probably didn't really like it. But like I've even played 10-2 and that game sucks. Like it's better than its reputation is, but it's not like a great game. It's got some real problems in it. I think it tried to be more ambitious than it should have been for when it came out, and it definitely went in some weird directions unnecessarily, in my opinion. God damn it.
Need a breather. I won't give up.
Oh my god, Cloud died. Well, Tifa, looks like it's all up to me and you now. Yeah, that's kind of like, knowing what I know now about 12, it's like, it's a little too much of an undertaking for what I am interested in right now. But on, oh come on, I was healing. But on paper, I should really like it. Yeah, I don't super get the Gambit system. Ryan's tried to explain it to me a few times, and I haven't gotten a satisfactory explanation, or an explanation that makes me like excited about it. Is probably a better way to phrase it. What does Tifa have for materia? A bunch of stupid shit? That's what I thought. What does she have? Steel. Get rid of that. Where's Chakra? Give me Chakra. Oh. What? Sounds... Yeah, that's exactly what I would say, is like, it doesn't sound fun to watch the gameplay itself, per se. You need to get rid of this. And have some fire. Wait, I got a better HP up. Why doesn't Cloud have an HP? Oh, it's because he's got all this stupid materia that needs to level up. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of watching games play themselves. That's not to say I don't play games that do that on occasion, or like frequently, I guess, because I play a few mobile games that have, you know, auto play of some kind. But like, I just had her cure herself, didn't I? Wow, I'm smart. Let's do counter stance quick. Yeah, suck it. Oh, Cloud's dead. All right. It's good to know that this is going just as well as last time. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that, like, I've seen games do similar auto battle systems, or at least I guess my example is like the Tales games give you some degree of that kind of stuff for your computer controlled characters. But you know, I'm not controlling them, and I don't really care. I don't typically care what they do. So like, great job, Cloud. Oh, that hits twice. Not a good time.
I won't give up.
Sorry, Tifa. Yeah.
Don't stop now.
True strike.
Deal with that.
Yeah, and I don't like when games tell me what to do. That's not true. I need games to tell me what to do to a degree. I can't play games like Skyrim or Fallout where they're really hands-off. I need someone to give me at least something to, like, something urgent that they need me doing.
It's a big organization. I'm sure there's lots of secrets.
Yeah. Sounds like a tough thing to balance, because it's like, well, you might as well just set up good gambits so that you don't have to worry about your teammates, but then it's like, well, I can just set them for whoever the fuck I have in slot 1 and then not have to play the game, and then it's like, well, if I don't have to play the game, why am I playing the game? And I have hiccups now all of a sudden. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like, that's one thing I always liked about the Final Fantasy, or I like about the series as a whole for Final Fantasy, is that every game does something different. Like, the first game doesn't count because it was the first one. Like, you know, it's fake D&D. Follows a bunch of D&D rules. But then, like, Final Fantasy 2, like, I already talked about the weird leveling system in that game, but no other Final Fantasy levels like that. Final Fantasy 3 had the job system, you know, new at the time, and, you know, was interesting and, you know, probably unique for games at the time. 4 scrapped that and had a more interesting story, and had weird stuff like the Dark Knight stuff where you could, like, sacrifice your own HP to do more damage and stuff like that, and, like, characters changing their class changing as part of the story is a cool idea. Spoilers for a 30-year-old game, I guess. But, like, 5 revamped the job system and let you, you know, added the ability to equip abilities from other jobs. One of the cats is over here. 6 does the whole Esper thing. You guys should play 6 if you haven't. But, like, you get to a certain point where you can equip summon materias, basically, and learn the magic spells from them. So everyone in the game can have a full complement of magic if you put in enough time. And it's also got a really cool story with a huge cast of characters, and none of them feel particularly more or less important than any others. Like, to the overall plot, except for maybe, like, 1 or 2. And the characters all have, like, a unique ability of their own on top of that. Like, you have one guy who can steal. You have one guy who can use lethal gas to poison your enemies. You have one guy who can do Street Fighter special moves. And it's neat. And Sabin rules. Play that game. Use Sabin. I know he's got a ponytail, but use him anyway, because he can do the cool things. Use Edgar, too. He's also got a ponytail, but he's also got the auto crossbow, and the auto crossbow is OP as fuck. 7 had the materia system, as well as 3D graphics, and more poignant plot. 8 had the junction system, which I actually love. I love the junction system, because I am so unlikely to use magic anyway in most of these games, because I'm stupid. So, like, I don't care that you need to, you know, have the magic to have your higher stats or whatever. Like, that doesn't bug me at all. Plus, you get so many different kinds of spells in that game that, like, if you can't find something else that you won't, you know, if you can't find something that you're not going to use, then, like, what are you doing playing this game? It's got so many spells that you just don't need to use ever. Junctioning does rule. And that introduced the card game. I prefer 8's version of the card game over 9's because 8's is simpler, and I need that if I'm going to win it. But 9 went back to the Final Fantasy VI model of having each character with a unique ability, and then doubled down by having passive abilities that you could learn from your equipment. And where the fuck is this last cat? I do not remember. Yeah. I think you mean to say 9's rules. But I don't know for sure. You guys remember where the last cat is? Is it over here? But yeah. Could have sworn the other cat was, like, around here. Oh, that's right, because there's, like, different people basically have different rules set up. That's right. Yeah. Oh, here you are. Walked right past you like 5 times. Yeah, that was the one I was looking for, but I kept not seeing it. Because I thought it was on, like, the right-hand side, like, closer to the side of the road that the little girl's on. But, like, 9 had the learning abilities, which I should actually play 9 again. I haven't played it in a long time, and I have the PS4 version. I think I would agree with that. 10 was my favorite until 15. Overall favorite. But yeah, 10 was great. It went back to a regular-ass turn-based instead of active time. Being able to swap party members was huge, but it was also so very required by the rest of the game design because everyone had their own purpose in battle. Granted, you could kind of override that if you played enough and did enough of the sphere grid. But for for your first time through, for the average person, it was a very, very kind of fine-tuned experience. Plus, Kimari. Kimari sucks. I don't like my blue dog, man. 11 was an MMO, which, this guy's hat is really cool, and so are his sunglasses. Which, I already said I don't really like MMOs. But I like that it was a PS2 game that they made a hard drive so that people could play it on their PS2. I like the idea and the novelty of that being its existence. 12 had the Gambit system, as we've discussed. And 13 had the Paradigm system, which I only remember the name. When I tried playing 13, I didn't get far enough to, like, get into it and, learn what it was all about. And I feel kind of bad for that, but, like, the game couldn't hold my attention. The game couldn't hold my attention, I'm not obligated to play that game. I just kind of wish that I had wanted to play it. 14 did a better MMO, but then they also had so many problems that they had to nuke it and make it again. Yeah. I started playing 13 because they put it on Game Pass, and I was like, oh great, because now I don't have to track down a copy, and I just couldn't get into it. Like, I don't like it. The way it starts is the wrong kind of just diving in without making you care about what's going on for me. Like, normally, 14's existence in its current state is amazing, frankly. Like, they're writing how badly they fucked up, or how badly fucked it was the first time, and destroying the world starting over, having it be part of, like, the lore of the world is fucking amazing. And something I feel like nobody else would do. Though, to be fair, I don't know how many other developers would need to do that. Like, they would probably just avoid it in the first place. And then 15, doing a lot of things differently. But I think the biggest thing that, like, strikes me as interesting is that they went from having a cast of a sizable cast of characters to just the 4, like the older games were, and really refined those characters in the storytelling. Yeah, its lineage is out of control, but, like, the actual, like, just contained a story of itself is great. I like that game a lot. I wish that game, I should pick it up on Xbox, and then I'd have an excuse to play it again. Because I got the platinum on that one, too. I didn't get all the trophies for all the DLC, and I'm fine with that, because some of the DLC is weird, because, like, one of the DLCs is, like, a third-person shooter where you're playing as Prompto, and the one where you're playing as Ignis is, like, you have a grappling hook, and you're running around, like, the city that's getting destroyed, and it's, like, is weird shit. Really? I mean, that's a good one for it. I mean, it says something that one kept your attention long enough to finish it, versus, like, other ones. Ignis's was good. It was interesting, and he was a fun character to play as. I didn't super like Prompto's because it was just a shooter, and it wasn't, like, a good one, per se. It was fine, but it wasn't, like, it wasn't made to be a shooter in the first place. But it was neat to see that they could just, the engine is that flexible that they can just kind of do whatever. Gladios was kind of like a trial run for something like Stranger of Paradise, a Souls type game. Maybe not in, like, how you in gameplay per se, but, like, the way it was set up to be, where you just run through this cave, until you get it right, basically. But and it's kind of, like, designed to be maybe not speed run, but, like, something, to try again for better results, and, like, to get better at, practice at. I also don't remember it super well. I remember that much. I remember beating the final boss on my first try and feeling pretty good about it because I struggled a lot early on. Now, the other DLC that's not the multiplayer mode was fucking awesome. With Arden's is such a good DLC. That was so much fun to do. And it was such, I don't know, man. It's a real shame because like the story with that one is that like they couldn't finish it, right? Or they decided not to finish it or something. So it's like technically not done. Oh my god, it's so good. I won't say any more then, or I won't say anything about the story, but it's real good. It's a blast to play. Yeah. I don't do a super good job staying in the loop on stuff like that, but like I certainly wish that there was more when I played it. Oh. On the one hand, it's like I don't want a game that has too much DLC. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but like to a degree I do believe in like if you're just going to make that much extra content, just make another game. But at the same time, like last time they made a direct sequel to a Final Fantasy game, it did not go over well. So like I get it from that regard. But I mean, I bought all the DLC. I didn't play any of the DLC until like last year. But like, man, that shit's good. Like they, you know, they were all varied and different enough to really reflect the characters that they represented. And Arden's was really good and kind of justified the existence of DLC as an idea in my books. Like I've played other DLCs that were good, and I'm not obviously that like stupid about it. Like I like Borderlands does a good job with, well, the first two did a good job with their DLC. I actually didn't play much of the second one's DLC. The first game did a great job with its DLC. Dr. Ned's Zombie Island was kind of weak, but it was fine. It was fine, and the other ones were good. And now I don't remember any other DLCs that exist besides that and Final Fantasy 15s. But that DLC was really good, and it's like it wouldn't have been as good if it wasn't building off of the base that Final Fantasy 15 already provided. Like it needed to be part of that game in some manner, and I feel like to a degree it also would have been weird if it was just in the base game, like with the base game how it is, like where you spend literally, you don't spend a moment controlling the anyone but Noctis, whose name I definitely just forgot for a second. You know, then all of the DLC is exclusively not controlling Noctis. And so like that kind of like that kind of like design shift makes the DLC all very interesting and kind of validates them a little better than a lot of other DLCs in my opinion. Whereas a lot of them are just like, oh yeah, it's just more game to play. Like even Borderlands, which is, as much as I like those DLCs, it's like, oh yeah, it's just a few more maps that are still also just junkyard on a desert planet for you to run around in and kill, you know, arguably new enemies. Like, oh, you know, there's zombies now instead of just bandits, there's zombie bandits. Or, you know, it's like, oh, you like the Claptrap DLC was pretty good because it was just all these different Claptraps, and as much as they aren't creative in their design because they're just like a rectangle and they're all just different colored rectangles in that DLC, it's still like, you know, it was still different enough from what was already available for Borderlands, for you to do in Borderlands for a given player. I should have equipped Wind, but I did not. Oh. Well, I guess I'm just gonna do haste then.
Deal with that.
Man, I wish that I had planned better. Okay, so Blade Burst cannot hit that guy from up there. Let's do this. I don't know why I bothered doing that from up there. In my brain, I was thinking if I tell Tifa to dive kick while she's already like 20 feet up in the air, she'll just dive kick from there and can actually hit this guy, and she could not. Actually, you better cure somebody. Tifa specifically. If I had equipped Wind, I could be so much better prepared for this than I am. Does Tifa have any magic? Fire, that'll do. There we go. I should have been doing that the whole time. Just flew in from the graveyard, and boy are my arms tired. Lady, are you gonna heal me or what?
And there, I knew you were the right. There's no denying. Not like the.
Shut up.
What exactly?
You need people who...
I seen, heard you react. Me? Hell with you. No more mercs or Shinra. We'll build up
A star bracelet, I bet.
Okay then. You know the whole
Well, thanks to you.
and don't you?
So where do we get...
Yeah. But
Which lesson was...
lesson 1. Anyway, let's go.
Whatever, lady.
Good job ridding us of that.
I don't know, man. Video games rule sometimes. But only sometimes. Oh, hey, look, it's the motorcycles that we ride later. Or one of them. And it's probably just a generic motorcycle. It's not one of those ones.
We no longer have a rat problem.
Don't take your eyes off it. Oh, hey.
I'll probably actually call it after I do this event where I pick out a dress.
Huh? Someone's not that
Because otherwise I'm going to start the next story bit. And I want to save the boring shit for another time. But we're also almost at 2 hours.
Go on.
Maybe I'll do the boring shit, get out of the way, because it's going to be just skipping cutscenes and tapping through dialogue.
Let's take care of.
Sure.
Come over.
Sure. How long does she think it's going to take her to change a filter? She's at least done this before. Stranger of Paradise's story is really good. You should also play Stranger of Paradise, because you're kind of like a Souls guy, or an Elden Ring guy at least. You can play a lightweight Souls type of game. You can play it on easy, and the game's piss easy if you... Oh, maybe not piss easy, but it's real easy if you play it on easy.
I'll be done in
Play Stranger of Paradise on easy. It's dope.
Finally.
And then we can talk about the story, because if you know enough about Final Fantasy games where you can appreciate the story that it tells.
After you
Between the
left
two of you,
village,
at least.
I let you off the hook before, back at the hall, but not this time.
Well, when we were kids, everybody wanted to be a soldier,
I
right?
don't know why I'm watching this. I could be skipping it.
Something sporty?
Yeah. I wish it would go on a bigger sale, but at the same time, I want them to get money for making that game because I really liked it.
So we're gonna head back to the bar now.
Take care, you two.
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking pretty chipper.
I don't feel that different.
Must be my imagination then. Anyway, keep your wits about you, man.
I should look again and see if it's on sale right now.
Be good to her.
Shut up. Oh, I can't skip this. Thanks for a potion, Mom, or whatever. I wish that I could play that game again for the first time.
And here we are.
I actually played it a bunch after I streamed it that one time. I
Yeah.
finished getting the platinum trophy. Probably that's. I mean, I didn't like any Souls games. Like I'd played Demon Souls and Dark Souls and Bloodborne before that came out, before Strangers did, and
Lots of fun.
I don't get the appeal. I understand that there is an appeal, but it is certainly not for me. And then I played the demo for Stranger of Paradise, and the little things it does differently, and maybe even just being themed after like Final Fantasy 1 in pretty specifically, had me be like, oh hell yeah, I can get into this. And then the more I played it, the more I got into it. And now I'm now I'm dealing with a threat I can't handle in the form of the second DLC, or the first, not the second, the first DLC. That game rules. Oops, I forgot how to throw dart. Which one's triple again? The outside or the inside? Well, perfect indeed. Oh, inside is triple. Damn. Yeah, definitely caring about like even just the theming is huge, especially for a game that, like, I don't know, for my money, I think Stranger of Paradise does a better job with the does a better job with the gameplay too, by making it more like accessible. And also having the variety of like the different jobs you can switch to, and that's kind of about it. Like, I don't know,
Maybe just chill a bit.
it's awesome. Likewise, if you have any interest in playing the Warriors games, like Dynasty Warriors, like that style of game, definitely check out the other ones that are not Dynasty Warriors, like Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors. Dragon Quest Heroes is also made by those guys, but it's all Dragon Quest themed. Persona 5 Strikers was also by those guys, also the same kind of game, but if I remember it, that one's actually supposed to be canon to Persona 5. Yeah. Hyrule Warriors is a weaker one in my opinion. But because, you can care so much more about Zelda than about Dynasty Warriors, where it's like 8,000 people with weird hats. Yeah, I have like I put like 260 hours into Fire Emblem Warriors 1 before I finished getting all the in-game achievements it has, because I'm also kind of stupid about it, because it was like not every single of the bonus, like the outside of the story fights, like the extra fights, not every single one gave you an extra prize if you got an S rank on it, but I insisted on getting an S rank for all of them, so I put a bunch of extra time in. And then of course, because that game has your characters like leveling up and stuff, and so because I would only use the same couple characters, I had to grind a whole bunch for some of the in-game achievements and stuff like that, because I didn't think I was going to do everything when I started the game or when I played most of it, and then I was like, oh, that's all easy stuff, I could do that once I looked it up, and then it just took forever. So I'm very excited for whenever I quit screwing around and actually play the second Fire Emblem Warriors. As much as Three Houses wasn't my favorite Fire Emblem game, I mean, it's only got like 2 to compete with, but I didn't. It was a great game. It just, I don't know. It didn't make me care about the characters as much as Awakening did. which is kind of a common complaint, I guess. But I'm very excited for the Warriors sequel that is based on it, basically. I'm very excited for it. It came out months ago. I just haven't played it yet.
Why do you want it?
Oops. Oh, this one. But yeah. I definitely recommend any Warrior style game that is not Dynasty Warriors. I haven't played the other Warriors games, like the other what are they called, like Warriors Orochi, or I think one of them is called Samurai Warriors. Like I haven't played any of those. But did I just walk away from where, oh no, I was supposed to go to bed. I haven't played any of those, but like the other franchise ones are good. So play those. Play all of them. Alright, I'm actually just going to save here. And we will pick this up some other time. Well, thanks for listening to me and getting me to talk about stupid shit like DLC and Final Fantasy games for like 8 hours or whatever. And thanks for showing up at all. I think I'm definitely streaming on Wednesday, but I won't be streaming on Friday. Cause Friday I'm gonna go and visit Ryan for the weekend. So or starting Resident Evil 6. Yeah, I bet she does. I don't know when we're starting Resident Evil 6. It might be next week after I get back. And now the stream is starting to buffer according to YouTube, which is great.